Careers for unqualified candidates in UK, especially unqualified auditors who are still doing their CA exams, ACCA exams, CPA exams. So, the basic question, one of the most asked question I usually receive myself, and of course, if you're unqualified, you have thought of that as well. That can I get a job in UK's audit firms, especially Big Four or some top 10 firms, even though I'm not qualified, right? So this is a question I really receive on regular basis, and I will try to address this in this video. Now, unqualified versus qualified, right? There's a huge difference versus in qualified and qualified. You might be equally experienced, but qualification does really make a difference. In this video, I'll just cover the UK perspective, but the perspective differs across different countries. So don't take this as a general guidance. I mean, you can take it as general guidance, but not don't apply exactly same across all countries. Now, when we talk about UK, my personal experience, I have seen in out of 100, let's say if 15 or 20 or 30 qualified candidates come in UK, then probably 5 unqualified or 4 unqualified candidates come in UK. So that ratio is very, very less. Now, I will kind of diagnose the reasons and what somebody does. I have seen people coming in UK on unqualified basis as well. Some of them are my friends, and if you would like, I can make a video with them, but definitely write in comments. That really helps me know, should I really invite them. So type in comments if you want me to make a video or podcast with somebody who is unqualified and still in UK. All right, now what happens, let's explain the process of hiring or the mindset of hiring first, and then how you can really go for a job search if you're unqualified. So from a perspective of hiring, if you are unqualified and somebody else is qualified, if I, let's say in a season of March or April, when every hiring was done for the busy season and there are very limited openings, just an example, right? Now I got a CV, I got 10 CVs of qualified, 10 CVs of unqualified. My eyes will directly go to the qualified first, and then it will go to unqualified because they satisfy the job requirements at first, right? If they won't satisfy the job requirements, all of them, then my eyes will move there. Of course, I will review both the CVs, but my focus will be there. Right? If you got both got similar skills, and the person is qualified, you're not. Of course, person will get the priority in that case. Now, that's one part. So in normal cases, when there are very limited openings, very limited one or two openings happening, it's not a hiring for the busy season. Then of course those people who are qualified get the privilege, that get the edge, which is something they really worked for. They got qualified, right? Now, why? How can people really come then, right? I have seen people coming in. So from my experience and I heard from people is something, right? Number one, if you're unqualified and if you are coming to UK or some other country, people usually have a graduation at the back or some kind of a degree to really say something about them. You are a graduate, okay, you're not a professional qualified accountant, but you're a graduate still. So, and you got really good experience. So, number one part is you have something at the back. Number two part, I have seen people coming at the time when it's a busy season hiring. Like, you are hiring in bulk 10, 20, 15, 30 people in auditing and assurance department, 40 people, 50 people. So in that time, this is basically a time when the openings come in June, July, August, and the visa goes to November, December for next year busy season. So at that time, the chances really increase for you as an unqualified person. Number three, unqualified, I have seen getting hired. I mean, this is not or. It's just and. Basically, all the conditions satisfied together. Number three is basically I have seen people coming when they really got some good experience as against qualified candidates, some specialist skill set, some experience leading big jobs, or some experience leading listed jobs, some experience leading real estate sector. Let's say if the job is real estate, or some experience of oil and gas, if there's an oil and gas job. So basically, they got something good on table, which the other person, the recruiter, the manager, is not doesn't want to resist. They want to have you on board. So in that case, the chance really increase for unqualified person. And the fourth thing I would really suggest is, even if you're unqualified, I have seen people who have come here has one, two, at max three papers outstanding, not more than that. Because as many papers you have, it's really difficult to get somebody on board and give them time to study regularly and when they pass, etc. So it's a difficult process. they usually prefer at max 1 or 2 papers unqualified person, so the person comes and gets qualified pretty soon. Because one of the biggest problems with unqualified is even if they join, the progression is very limited unless they qualify, right? As an example, in Deloitte, if you're unqualified, you might be getting hired at AM level 1 maybe, or senior associate, depends on the area. But as soon as you're qualified, you are automatic an AM3. Or maybe you're automatic AM2, I guess. In that case, your qualification was a kind of a barrier. Unqualification was a barrier to the progression. So just kind of giving a perspective. That's why unqualified not really preferred regularly, but there are very limited chances. Let's say I have seen 4 out of 100 people, unqualified people, applying and they getting selected and hired for jobs. And I have 2 or 3 friends as well who are going through this process.